Au sommaire de ce JT, GE et ses nouveautés Scan et IRM, Nanox, la radio en 3D, Jacobian et son Smart Report, Adva Health, le PAX Cloud On Demand et Deep Health qui présente l'ensemble de ses suites IA.
Avec le soutien de Remplax, l'application du remplacement médical.
American Express accompagne les professionnels de l'imagerie médicale.
Avec le soutien de VOCA, le secrétariat IA pour l'imagerie médicale.
We're going to talk together about news and number. When I'm talking about number 1.5 and 3.
Yes, hello and welcome to RSNA 2026. GE Healthcare MR is very proud to announce 2 new product launches this year. We have first our Sprint with Freelium, which is a 1.5T scanner that uses only 15 liters of helium. The other innovation that we have this year is our new 3T scanner, which is SignaBolt, which is designed to translate between research and clinical imaging with a high-performance 3T. Both systems come with new workflow features to be able to help reduce the burden on efficiency for technologists, radiographers, and radiologists within the staff, and also to be able to help get more patients scanned and more access to patients across the world.
Some words about the Freelium technology.
Yes, the Freelium technology, most people know today that helium is a shortage. It's a non-renewable resource that will soon expire. So for the MR systems, they typically require helium to run. Now with the Freelium technology, we're using very little, only 1% of normal magnet technology to be able to operate the systems.
Super Mario. What is brand new with this product and what are the main features?
Yeah, so this year at RSNA we are introducing our brand new innovation that is our photon counting solution. It's called Photonova Spectra, 510K pending, not available for sales in any countries. And let's say that the main differentiator versus the other technology is the detector. The material of the detector that is deep silicon. Thanks to its purity, it's able to provide ultra high definition for any kind of images, and also providing better energy resolution. This is very important because, as the name said, we are really pushing the spectral imaging capability on our photon counting technology. That means that in one acquisition, our customer will be able to get ultra high definition images and also evaluate spectral imaging with tissue characterization and also quantification of the material. With the previous technology, this was possible, but customer had to acquire with two different acquisitions, two different exams. Now, with what we call full fidelity acquisition, full fidelity scan, our customer can, with just one protocol, just one acquisition, get images with ultra high definition and, of course, also information with spectral imaging. This is very important because workflow is another piece that usually our customers are struggling because they are really request to increase the number of patients per day, and also they are struggling with their staff. Having a solution that is enabling a faster workflow and faster acquisition, and of course in any kind of clinical application, is really very, very important. That means that they will be able to acquire any kind of advanced application in a short time. In Photonova Spectra, we are also implementing a new user interface. It's called CT1, that compared to the previous user interface is enabling 75% less clicks to execute a CT scan. This is also a huge improvement compared to the previous technology, and of course, we try to help radiologists and technologists to go faster and to get better imaging on their CT examinations.
So first, could you introduce me with your technology, and then we're going to go to the machine and we're going to see the images.
That'd be great. I would love to. So Nanox is here at the RSNA. We're very excited to be here. We're showing you the original source. It's proprietary chip with which we generate X-rays from this tiny little chip digitally. And for that, we were able to create cold cathode technology, and our specialized tubes, also proprietary, in which we use to generate X-ray photons for X-ray imaging. What's unique is that we don't just take one of these, and we take 5 of these tubes to put in our device. Let's walk over to our device.
So he's standing in front of the machine.
Yes, hi. So we're very excited to be here, and we're launching the Nanox Arc X. The Nanox Arc X is our small footprint, really lightweight machine that takes 5 of those cold cathode tubes that we showed you that were proprietary to our company. It's in the arc itself. The machine moves both with the table moving and with the arc itself that moves, and generates these super X-rays, these ability to create tomographic images. It's very small footprint, very small room, 80% less dose than a CT scan, only minimally more dose than a regular X-ray, where you get a lot more attention to detail. It's simple to plug and play. You just put it in an electric socket, so it can be placed anywhere in the hospital setting, an imaging setting, a subspecialty clinic, an orthopedics office, and you get a lot more detailed rather than a regular plain 2D, which is kind of like the old technology. This is the modern technology where you get a lot more information from typical X-rays than you would from a regular X-ray. You don't necessarily always have to go to a CT scan to answer the clinical question. We're hoping that this machine really gives a lot of benefit for clinicians.
What about the cost? Is it? I suppose it's cost effective as well.
So there are 2 business models. We have a CapEx model in which you sell the device itself for about 130,000 K, more or less, depending on the site. But we also have an MSaaS model, which is a pay-per scan. So you can place the device in a site and then just pay per study itself. So we have 2 different business models that we can use depending on the location, and we have really half and half. Some people doing it that way, others doing it the other.
Technology is great, the machine is great, but what about the images?
That's always the key. I'm a physician. The images are the most important. Okay, so I'm a diagnostic radiologist. I would get this kind of image. It's a regular 2D image here. Sometimes you can see, sometimes you can't. In this case, you don't see. Here, the same patient, now we're scrolling through the patient's chest. So the image that there's blurriness around because that's not the image in focus. And then at every slice, you get a different area of the lung in particular focus. So you get a lot more attention to detail in the images. In this particular patient, there's a pulmonary nodule here that was present in the patient that there's no way to find here in a regular 2D image. This easily could be a small lung cancer, and the difference between life and death for this particular patient. Ultimately, finding lung cancers as small nodules is a way to save patients' lives. This has the ability to really see a lot more detail into the lung. And what's another feature that's really amazing. Here's another patient that has a pulmonary nodule, and you could tell the necrotic focus of the pulmonary nodule within the study, and another nodule here on the patient. This is information that was not available in the regular chest X-ray, where here you just see a blur. You can't really tell what's going on with that nodule. So typically what doctors would do is send a CT scan to get more information. But if you have it right here and available, you can get a lot more attention to the necrotic portion of the nodule just based on 2D technology, X-ray technology, but instead of just 2D, it becomes now 3D, which creates a lot more information for the physician.
You already have a site in France.
Yes, we do. We're very excited. We started a clinical trial in France at Olympe. We very much believe in our technology here to detect pulmonary nodules for early detection of lung cancers and in the world of screening or as follow-up. And we just started there. We scanned our first patient 2 weeks ago, and we're very excited to see it progress.
So first, a quick introduction about the company.
So the company is called Jacobian. So we are a combination of smart reporting, a company from Germany which has been founded 10 years ago, and we just acquired Fluency for Imaging, a US-based product, one of the market leaders here and 4 times best in class in a row for radiology reporting. So this is the new company Jacobian.
So now let's talk about the product. What are the main features of your solution?
So we bring AI-based innovation to the radiology reporting. So we automate parts of the report writing. So we have an ambient documentation, which means that you can talk any way you want, and it automatically drafts the report in a standardized format with templates. The second thing is we support radiologists, for example, with inconsistency. So we call it nudging, but we reason through the report. And if there are any non-logical elements, we flag them, and we make the radiologist aware of that. Then we have basically guideline support, so we calculate automatically the guidelines and put in recommendations, which the radiologist can see in his draft reports. Then finally, we can generate the impression automatically, meaning that the radiologist writes the findings and then the impression is generated automatically. So this all saves time and makes it much more efficient.
How do you update the guideline report?
So we have a medical content team, and we look at all the current guidelines and basically also update them if there is a new guideline for that. So this is basically also part of our service, what we provide for the customers.
So tell me what you do in your company and what makes you different, especially the business model is totally different.
So I'm the CTO here at Adva Health Solutions. We produce Adva packs and operate that in 9 countries around the world. The main thing, the point of difference with the product is around the cloud native architecture. So it is like a software as a service solution. We're not locking you into long-term contracts. You pay for what you use. Quite a simple billing model. We don't put any artificial restrictions on how you can use the system. And we are used in a number of different use cases. So some companies use us for disaster recovery, business continuity, where they can leverage the scale of the cloud to store a lot of data. We're also used in teleradiology, and then just your primary diagnostic radiology as well. But it's not just radiology. Anywhere there's a DICOM image, so veterinary, cardiology, etc., dermatology, we have customers in that space too.
One more question about business model. Do you have to pay a license per user or is it unlimited? How it works?
There's 3 things you pay for. You pay a per study fee for each study that's uploaded. You pay for the storage that you use in the cloud, and then you pay for the data that you download from the cloud. So there's no limitation on number of users or modalities. It's all included in the system.
Give me some details about your partners.
Yeah, so we've got a number of partners across both viewers, AI and reporting workflow. So like Radpeer is one of our good partners with their AI reporting tool that's integrated into the solution. And then we partner with a number of like AI marketplaces. So as a PACS provider, we want to give our customers access to many different algorithms, and we don't want to do many integrations. So with the marketplaces, we gain access to a large array of AI providers.
We saw what it can do with prostate cancer, we saw what it can do with lung cancer. The entire suite is exactly the same process.
Yeah, so basically each of our suite has the same informatics backbone, and what we do with all the AI is really acquiring the data from AI, but also pre-filling in a report that the radiologists can, of course, just check and approve, but streamline their work, their interpretation. And that's, I think, what we see the value, because it's not only the detection, but how you create and generate a report that after can be given to the patient without further analysis or manipulation.
So basically, if I got the population suite, I'm fully covered no matter what I do.
Exactly.
Is the entire suite available in Europe?
The population health suite is today available in Europe, brain, prostate, lung, and breast. And we are aiming to launch thyroid really soon. So all of this portfolio will be, of course, launched at ACR 2026. So please come and see us.
Avec le soutien de Remplax, l'application du remplacement médical.
American Express accompagne les professionnels de l'imagerie médicale.
Avec le soutien de VOCA, le secrétariat IA pour l'imagerie médicale.